First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the counter, Gibson. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, score, Tokyo.
Wynn's going to try and throw on 3rd. Forced out to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Goff. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's brought down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7th. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Chark.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
The Goff linking up with Chark for a Lions first down.
Loaded with talent. DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year prove-it deal to see if he can recapture that form. And he comes through here with a first down catch.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've got a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Only able to gain a couple there, and now it's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
14.
Here's Goff.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Goff on first down.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
We'll get this up to about the 44. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, 56 yards as they have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On 1st and 10, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And taken right on the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
We go.
On 2nd down, Swift.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nick.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side. Oh, what a juke into space. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Washington. Chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, on the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, it's gone. He'll find Williams on the slant. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing team. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Down the man inside, down the man.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll go again with Gibson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wentz to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Gone. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath
as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Play action. Now Wentz.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Dancing to his left.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Goff now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, They gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
81.
Now Wentz on third down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should use a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Once more, Gibson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw is Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders have cut it back within a score.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a throw here to his running back. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now looking to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That's on the former 1st-rounder Taylor Decker. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Gone.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. From the 50, it's gone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, gone.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
Rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down.
2 for 1. Hold on. Check.
Goff now looks to throw.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll try it now with Swift.
They find some open field here. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Listen. 17. Hey, shell.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They run. It's Williams. They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Now it's gone. And this is going to be intercepted.
picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
82-14. Just like that.
Back to throw. Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach made you say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Tiger, Tiger.
Goff now to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
For the Lions. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Go.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Maverick. Obama.
Now Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That was a really nice run there to bring up third and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to win this game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Detroit, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.